What is good with y'all, man? It's Crunch Time TV. Hit the like as y'all join in, man. And it's crazy what's going on in this world that you can't have free speech no more because I got banned on TikTok for speaking about this topic right here. And I didn't say not one cuss word or hate speech or none of that, but it is what it is. Like Lil Wayne said, bro, just like Lil Wayne said, they can't stop me, even if they stop me. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't even know that I'm on a whole nother platform right now. And this is how we do. Because I'm still gonna cook on this topic. You know what I'm saying? And because Kevin Durant and LeBron James, I was thinking about it when I was at the gym. And shout out to OG Ticket, shout out to OG Ticket TV, cooking up some beef stew on this topic, like he always do, right? And so shout out to all the guys on TikTok that I've just been listening to talk about this topic, man. Shout out to Omar Cheese. Shout out to all the guys, man. Chuck, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chaz, Dwayne, all the homies. Shout out to Post Freestyle. I know this is your favorite player, KD, but we gonna have to cook him today. But you know, everybody know that Post be cooking. That's why Post is respected in the streets. You know what I'm saying? To you, we all respect it in the streets, man. You know who not respected in these streets? Kevin Durant and LeBron James. These guys have no respect when it comes to the streets because I have to literally strip away their respect. So LeBron, when you said you want your damn respect in the bubble, I'm gonna have to take that respect from you. You know what I'm saying to you, dog. Even if he was in the bubble, you wouldn't have. Even if he was in Disney World, I don't know if I could respect you, because I just can't do it. Kevin Durant, saying goes for you. Y'all was supposed to be the leaders of our generation. Y'all are false prophets. Kevin Durant and LeBron James are false prophets because they have yet again blamed their coach. Darvin Ham just got fired, and Kevin Durant coach Frank Vogel, aka Joe from Impractical Jokers, just got fired. Just like they booted him off the show, right? So, and when you look back at the pattern for their careers, now it's getting to the point to where it's too much. Like when this first started happening, you know, their coach would get fired. He'd be like, oh, okay, it was a bad coach. That's why. Then they probably bounce back and win something. So that's why at first it never really seemed like it was that, you know, serious. So every time somebody would say something, it would sound like it was crazy. But when you really look at it, dog, out of all the coaches that done got fired, it's absolutely and utterly ridiculous, to say the least, bro. It makes absolutely no sense because at the end of the day, these are the coaches y'all are bringing over there, and then you turning around and saying, never mind, I want to try somebody else. Like, and I was trying to tell everybody that it was Kevin Durant's fault in Brooklyn as far as the Steve Nash and the coaching and the leadership. Because for one, how you going to blame Kyrie if you're going to call Kevin Durant the leader? And if it turns to a shit show, you have to look at the leader and blame it on him. How do you blame it on Kyrie if he so-called was the second fiddle? You know what I'm saying? So if something happened at your house, it's like I asked him on Player's Choice. So Player's Choice, I actually low-key need a formal apology because y'all try to blame this. Y'all try to laugh when I made that analogy. If something happens at your house and the police come to the door, who you think they're gonna ask to talk to? They're gonna ask to talk to the leader of the house. You know what I'm saying? So now, Kevin Durant, if you are the leader of the team, how is it the role players' fault or or Frank Vogel fault for rotations? How is the rotational fault if this is the lineup that you wanted? You said you vouched for Bradley Beal. Frank Vogel, I had the reports that I have the evidence too, that Frank Vogel said, you can look it up right now on NBA Central on Twitter. Frank Vogel wanted to get a true point guard on the team, but he got backlash for that because having a true point guard on the team would take away the ball out of Devin Booker and KD hands and Bradley Beal hands. So this means that all three of those guys wanted their numbers. They wanted to team up and get their numbers and advance far because, you know, it's a super team. But as you get older, KD, you have to understand you got to take a page out of Tim Duncan book. And LeBron James, I hope you're listening too. Take your headphones out. Sit up straight. Sit up. Sit up straight. Listen. Put that book down and you're only on the first page. Listen to what I'm saying to you. As you get older, you got to take a page out of Tim Duncan book and dial back your scoring, dial back your time with the ball in your hands and stuff like that to let the other players shine, because now you can preserve your energy for late in the game and late in the season. This is common sense, right? This is common sense. So Kevin Durant and LeBron James want to have control. You want to know why they want to have control? Because they want to be able to always just play the same way how they want to play. They don't want to be coached. What they have done is brainwash y'all into thinking that it's good. It's good for the players to have control. That don't make sense. I thought the coach is supposed to be the coach. The coach is in control. Whatever the coach say, go. What's wrong with that? That's not good enough no more. You know what I'm saying? So you look back at the history of it, starting from the beginning. We're gonna start from LeBron James, and then we're gonna merge it into KD because he was their career overlap. So LeBron James got Paul Silas fired when he first came in the league. And I'm gonna just run a story down by y'all, man. Shout out to the OGs for teaching me. Excuse me. Shout out to the OGs for teaching me about this stuff, man. See, y'all kids don't know this stuff because y'all don't be doing y'all research, man. So shout out to the OGs for letting me know the real scenarios, and then I can go back and fact check and look and say, damn. I bet I had to drink some water. And this all on the top of the dome too. I ain't even got my laptop in front of me. Let me check the comments. You said LeBron and KD are both coach killers. Shout out to BZ in the comments, man. You know what I'm saying to you, dog. You said Kobe Bryant had more, and then, Frank says this, and I hear a lot of people say this. He said Kobe had more coaches fired in his career than LeBron. You said Kobe had more coaches fired in his career than both of them. Why are you not calling him out? Well, actually, that's not true, because Kobe Bryant, we already know that Kobe Bryant, when he first came in the league, he wasn't given the keys like KD and LeBron. So just like y'all always talk about how KD was coming off the bench and wasn't really doing nothing, how you gonna blame it on him now? Y'all doing the same thing. He was a role player at first, right? You said he was second fiddle, right? It was all about Shaq, right? So nigga, Shaq got the coaches fired. And excuse my language, YouTube. You already know we go way back. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna blame it on Kobe then now? You see how they do? I thought Kobe got carried. Right? KD and LeBron have been given the keys since day one. Willie James said, little by little, the truth is coming out. Shout out to Humble Sports TV. He said they like to throw Kobe's name in topics that have nothing to do with LeBron. Bean. Yeah, bro, it's like they say the definition of a bronzexual is somebody that, a bronzexual, what they do is they bring up Kobe or other players such as Kobe. It's like, that's their favorite go-to just to turn the topic away from LeBron James. For what? Why can't we have a topic about this guy? But we're going to continue with this. LeBron James got Paul Silas fired with his second season in the league. And apparently, when he got Paul Silas fired, they were in contention for the playoffs that year, his second year in the league. Then he gets him fired. And the reason why people know LeBron James got him fired, and this is all facts that I looked up and researched, you know what I'm saying, after OGs put me on. So Paul Silas basically had them in contention for the playoffs, and then after he got fired, they dropped out of the playoff seed. So they dropped out of the playoffs after he got fired. And the reason why they know LeBron James did it is because everybody was surprised that he got fired, and LeBron James was the only one that wasn't surprised that he got fired. You know what I'm saying to you, dog? So if something go missing in your house and everybody act confused and shocked, the person that did it is the person that's acting like he's not that surprised that it got stolen. It was him that did it. So LeBron wasn't surprised because he already knew. And so because he requested it. So then that backfired. So it turned out that it wasn't a coach fault. You feel me? Then, we already know how he got Mike Brown fired. And Mike Brown was a coach of the year. He won 60 games. They was improving every single look at the years Mike Brown was a coach. Every single year the record getting better. I'm talking about every year. Back-to-back 60-win seasons. Because you can only get so much better from 66. So he goes to win 61, but you can only get so much better from 66. You want to know why? Because remember when the Warriors won 73 games? Everybody said he got better the next year when KD came. But they won less games the next year when KD came. See how that worked? You can only get so much better when you do something so amazing. So we're going to continue because Mike Brown gets fired. And the reason why we know that it wasn't his fault is because he turned around the Sacramento Kings. So now the Sacramento Kings they ended the drought. They ended the 40-year drought. It finally rained in the Sahara Desert. And this man, Mike Brown, goes win the coach of the year again with nobody on that team that is close to the caliber of LeBron James. So that's how you know it wasn't Mike Brown's fault. So because what happens is a lot of times the truth come out later. So it's like, damn. So when you look at it in hindsight, it's like the whole thing. That's what, like, you get proven as a fraud later sometimes. All right. So we're gonna continue. You say he got Kyrie coach. He got Kyrie first coach fired and Byron Scott. Oh yeah, we definitely gonna get to that. Matter of fact, we can talk about that right now. He got Byron Scott fired, and Byron Scott was coaching Kyrie for them first couple seasons. And yeah, they had a good relationship going. And Byron Scott, he compared him to Kobe and all that. I'm gonna pull the footage up. I'll probably post that on TikTok. Because remember, Byron Scott was comparing Kyrie to Kobe. I remember this. It's one of the reasons why why Kyrie was one of my favorite players growing up. Kyrie was my favorite player growing up, and it had nothing to do with nobody else. Like over KD, over Bron, I seen something different in Kyrie. Somebody that focused on his craft and goes to work, and is clutch, is not scared of nobody. That was my favorite player, hands down. In the league, I'm talking about out of everybody, because it went from Kobe. Then obviously when Kobe started getting older, it was D Rose and it was Kyrie Irving. You feel me? It was my two favorite players. So he gets fired by LeBron Jameson. Byron Scott does. So the whole story, so all of that is out the window of what could have been with that. And people wonder why Kyrie wanted to leave, because LeBron James is literally controlling his career when he got drafted number 1. So Kyrie is the only number 1 pick, but outside of him and Kwame Brown, those are the only number 1 picks who didn't get to have their own situation handed to them. Everything else was dictated by an old man coming back and trying to sad scenario. Kyrie Irving and Kwame Brown. Y'all never thought about that, did y'all? Right? Shout out to Kwame Brown also. I'll be listening to this podcast. But yeah, we're going to continue with this, man, because Kevin Durant is also, remember, KD had more help than LeBron James, I believe. KD had more help than LeBron at OKC. When he was in OKC, he probably had the best situation I ever seen. I never seen a situation that good. You had Russ, you had Ibaka, the best shot blocker in the league. You had Harden. I mean, damn. You know what I'm saying? So when people say he didn't have enough in OKC, that's a lie. You had more than everybody else. I'm talking about everybody else. So for you to be blaming people, KD, then you go to the Warriors and everybody say, oh yeah, he makes every team better. Any team he put them on is just going to instantly get better. And that's why the Warriors are the greatest team ever, because of KD. All right, so what happened to the Suns? The Suns went to the finals with Monty Williams. And when you came there, it wasn't the same. You blame it on Monty Williams. So I thought they said you put you on any team, it turned into some amazing super team or whatever. It turned into some goddamn unbeatable team, is what they told me. So what happened on Phoenix? Oh, it was the coach's fault? But the coach took them to the finals before you came there. Then when you came there, it wasn't looking the same, and you got Monty Williams fired. So let's hire Frank Vogel. Then he won a championship. So if Frank Vogel won a championship, right? If Frank Vogel won the championship in the bubble, and everybody tried to tell me that the bubble was real, right? So the bubble count, right? It was real basketball, right? So how is it Frank Vogel fault now? I thought he was a championship coach. So what this means is that everything that we have believed about Kevin Durant and LeBron James is not true. Because, you know, they said they were coachable. That's not true. They said that, these guys make every single team better because they're the greatest at what they do. And if it's evidence that they're not making teams better, that means they're not the greatest at what they do. They literally have been frauds. They never really proved nothing to me. LeBron was about to get Eric Spoelstra fired. Yeah, let's backtrack a little bit back to 2011. LeBron's about to get Eric Spoelstra fired. The whole time, Eric Spoelstra has been to 2 finals without LeBron James and D Wade and Bosh. He's been to 2 finals without them. 2 finals. Now people calling him an amazing coach, but if he would have got fired that year, people wouldn't look at him like that. So what do you think the potential of some of these other coaches that got fired? You feel what I'm saying? What do you think is the potential of some of these other coaches that got fired? Because that was before Eric Spoelstra won a championship, so nobody would have ever known how good that he is as a coach. Humble Sports TV says, I'm just ready for them to retire so the NBA can push the new generation of players. Bro, they need to get out of the league and just retire. You need to retire. Because they already ruined it. They should have stayed on their original teams, and then they could have got older and faded out. Would have had a young guy to help them and stuff. But they wanted to be the man for so long. It's all about them. So now they're in a situation where you're going to have to really play like that now. And they're not that good. That's what it comes down to, bro. And, they can't stand the embarrassment now. So what it is they got to blame the coach and make it seem like it was the coach's fault. Then the media is still going to suck up to him, still going to interview him, call him the greatest. They never proved nothing to me that proved that they the greatest. Because Kevin Durant didn't do nothing in OKC. He just left. So I thought he was going to win in Brooklyn with Kyrie, but he wound up not even doing nothing there. Like, literally didn't do nothing there. Like, you think about his career there, like his tenure there. I mean, what happened? See, but then people go and call Kyrie a failure in Boston, but what KD do in Brooklyn? These are the conversations that's not going. When you go to First Take, they're not going to talk about this. When you gotta spend 3 hours watching Nick Wright, they're not gonna bring this up. They called Kyrie such a failure in Boston, right? But what did Kevin Durant do in Brooklyn? And he had more help than Kyrie had, because Kyrie didn't have no stars. He ain't had no stars with him. Because Tatum was a rookie. Jaylen Brown had the hot top fade. Feel me? No other All-Stars on his team in 2019. Look it up. See, but Kevin Durant gets to have whatever he wants and still get bad results, and people don't even say nothing. So that means they going off the fact that, right, they think that he proved something to them before. If you think about it, right, he really didn't do nothing after he left the Warriors. And Steph has done stuff after KD left the Warriors. So what that tell you about Steph? I mean, it was all because of Steph the whole time. So what did KD prove? Right, but then they'll look at a guy like Melo and talk so much trash about this man. So they're gonna say I'm a hater, but they don't care when people hate on Melo. You said Kyrie had the lower end of the stick in Boston. He had the lower end. He didn't have no, like, I understand he flamed out, but that just means that they holding Kyrie to a higher standard than everybody else, because the roster that he had, somebody else would have traded that roster. Like who did he have? You know what I'm saying? Because they, you know what I'm saying? It's just terrible, dog. Like, LeBron missed the playoffs with Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma. Both of them is better than Tatum as a rookie and Jaylen Brown with a high top fade. Both of them is way, like, as far as at that time, for them to be young talent. You know what I'm saying? And then it ain't like he had a good point guard on the team in Boston as far as a distributor. So he was the guy leading the team in assists. They gonna still say he wasn't running a point though. He can't run point guard though. But LeBron had Lonzo Ball coming out. He was a top 5 passer in the league as soon as he came out. Now you got people trying to put the media out that he can't stand up. You know what I'm saying? How they try to ruin guys' career when they leave LeBron. It's just sick. Stephen A. coming out talking about, yeah, he can't even stand up. Then Lonzo Ball comes out and proves him wrong the very next day, doing something that Stephen A. Smith can't do. When he was doing like a standing lunge or whatever you call it. If Stephen A. Smith try to do that, he's gonna tear his ACL. Talking about he can't stand up. So he's trying to make it seem like he got so bad after he left LeBron, so no team will want to pick him up. You see how they be trying to do, bro? Because if the team pick him up and he thrive, it'll look like it was dumb to trade him. Which it was. It was dumb to trade all them. Because if you'd have kept all them guys, y'all could have won 1 championship out of 6 years, like y'all did when y'all traded them. You see how they try to make it seem like, oh yeah, we traded them because we're gonna keep winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. We gotta win now. So if it's win now, why can't y'all win right now? If y'all in win now mode, why can't y'all win right now? So that means that y'all basically done got 1 ring out of 6 years. If y'all was going to do that, y'all could have just kept the team y'all had. You'd have had a nice distributor. You'd have had a nice distributor in Lonzo Ball. Would have been probably the best. He'd have been a new age Rondo. Say I'm lying. I want somebody to say I'm lying about that. You'd have had Brandon Ingram. They said he was the next KD, and KD confirmed that. KD says, like, looking in the mirror. You'd have had him because he was an all-star as soon as he left. Now he don't have no confidence because he thought he was going to be a Laker. That's what he got drafted to. That's what he thought he was going to do. Now it's all about Zion. Of course he's going to lose his confidence. He got drafted number 2 overall or whatever it was. So he didn't get the, you know what I'm saying? Who else got drafted number 2 before? KD. So he looking at it like I'm finna have this situation for years to come. And nope. So y'all think he'd have been on a level with Shea right now or something to compete with that? Let's say he'd have been on Shea level or a tier below Shea. And you'd have had LeBron to go with that and plus Lonzo to run the point. Then you'd have had Kyle Kuzma at the power forward. Y'all telling me he couldn't be on Siakam level? Kawhi Leonard won a championship with Siakam. Matter of fact, LeBron won a championship with Kyle Kuzma, so he proved he can be good. He can be a good option on the team. You'd have had Kuzma. You'd have had Dwight Howard, defensive player of the year type stuff. Because that's your Dennis Rodman right there. You had Dwight Howard. That's your Dennis Rodman right there. Because Dwight Howard was what, like 34 years old when he first joined the squad? Y'all know Dennis Rodman was like 35 years old when he first went to Chicago, 36. So the same Dennis Rodman y'all be talking about like they was a super team, he was 35 years old. So y'all can't say Dwight was old and washed because he was proven to be not only the same age as Dennis Rodman, but he was proven to be effective because it's proven now that he played amazing defense on Jokic and nobody else can do it at the level that he did it. That's how they got past the Nuggets. Now they can't even beat the Nuggets. So he proved that. You'd have had all this on the team. You had Rondo to back up and mentor Lonzo. Man, oh man, oh man. See, we've been robbed of all this. It'd have been amazing. You'd have had Rondo passing the torch to Lonzo. God damn. Oh my goodness, man. But LeBron just ain't see the vision, bro. He didn't see the vision in Cleveland the first time. He didn't see the vision in what you call it with that team. And it's just sad, bro, because I'm just starting to see it, bro. I'm starting to see these two guys right here, bro, are not the two best players from our generation, dog. They not. They never got over the hump in their careers. They never got over the hump in their careers. You said if Kyrie would have played with Tatum and Brown for the same duration as any other star, it would have been different for the league. Yeah, I can agree with that because I think Tatum and Brown, I think they both number twos, like they both number two options. But I do believe Kyrie has some accountability for wanting to leave that situation and go to what you call it. But I felt as though he didn't want to step on their toes or step on Tatum's toes, just like how he felt as though his toes got stepped on. Because it ain't really the same when you get a team like that on a random with them players that got drafted. Because it ain't the same because you know it's different when you first get drafted, like when Kyrie first got drafted on Cleveland, and then they build around you. Like that's a completely more different organic situation versus you go to Boston, it's like they got like a love-hate relationship with you. Cause as soon as you play bad, they gonna start cooking you. Versus if you was drafted, you and your team that drafted you, they rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? Cause he didn't get to see how it was gonna pan out in Cleveland. He fired his coach. Then they drafted Anthony Bennett, which was a terrible pick. Then they drafted Andrew Wiggins, which was a great pick. But then when they drafted him, he didn't even get to see how that was going to turn out. Because LeBron came back and then traded him for Kevin Love, and then brought over David Black. And David Black goes to the finals. I'm tripping. I ain't even talk about this. Then David Black goes to the finals. Kyrie and Kevin Love go down, and David Black is up 2-1 against the Warriors. He's up 2-1. Then he come back the next season, and guess what? Kyrie Irving. Remember they was having rehab. Remember Kyrie Irving had a rehab for the first majority of the season, first couple months of the season, to come back from the injury he had. And the Cavs was still first place in the league. In the Eastern Conference, they was 39-11. They was still first place. And then David Black got fired. So after he was up 2-1 against the Warriors without his second and third best players. Then the coach LeBron wanted so bad, Tyronn Lue. Now he down 3-1 when Kyrie and Love come back. Damn near ready to fuck it up. But they say Tyronn Lue so much better of a coach. How? If David Black, first of all, he got like 11 international championships in FIBA, in the international tournament. So he's a great Euro League coach as far as Euro basketball, international basketball. Y'all want to know who they said was a bad coach in FIBA? Steve Kerr. Yeah, but they said Steve Kerr couldn't coach in FIBA because they was losing so much in FIBA, right? With Team USA International. But how many championships David Black got when he was playing over there in the FIBA Cup and the International Cup? He really know what he doing. He got about 7 to 11 champions. Like it's something crazy. So David Black knows what he doing. That's where he came from. He was out coaching Steve Kerr in the finals because he didn't have his second and third best player, and he was up 2-1. They were up 2-1. Then in Game 4, Timothy Mozgov outplayed LeBron. So that kind of took the momentum because that would have put them up 3-1. That's what happened. So David Blatt is an amazing coach. But he already see what they're doing. Like he already see the scheme of how they, how they going in the NBA. So he wasn't trying to come back. He was like, yo, I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing over here. You said, imagine if Kyrie was on the Cavs right now with Donovan Mitchell. Come on, dog. Imagine if Kyrie and Andrew Wiggins would have got old together on Cleveland. Would have, because remember, they had John Wall and Bradley Beal. They was making the playoffs. Kyrie and Wiggins would have been damn near, like, way better than that. Then later on, you bring Donovan to kind of learn from Andrew. You know what I'm saying? Garland, like, right now, Kyrie, Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell is a goddamn lesser version of Kyrie and Wiggins. Well, actually, I'll say Donovan Mitchell better than Wiggins. But you see what I'm trying to say though? It's like damn, it's the same thing. You said imagine. Oh, it's the same comment. Like yo, that's what I'm saying, dog. But this shit crazy when you think about it, bro. And it's all because they like the media allowed it. Like the media allowed it. All the guys that was Brown fans and stuff and KD fans telling you it's good. Yeah, like what's so good about player? I mean, what's so bad about player empowerment? Oh, so what you're saying? Oh, so you like it when the GMs do it, but you don't like when the players do it. You're just talking about random like that. How did that become a talking point? That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And the only people that ever even was saying stuff like that was role players, probably because they was mad they was getting traded their whole career. I ain't gonna say no names, Richard Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of them things, dog. Yeah, the NBA just hate players with a different mindset than yeah, bro. That's a good comment, bro. They just hate players with a different mindset, and it's weird because they it's just weird because like it's cool if that's the case, but then you're gonna promote bad agendas and stuff. Like this is not good leadership right here, dog. Just blaming the coach, bro. It's kind of sad for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, dog. It's like I don't know, like usually we get on here, we troll and stuff like that. I ain't even trying to be disrespectful to nobody, man. It's just one of them things, like just my honest opinion on the situation, man. There's no disrespect to LeBron or KD, man. I just don't, it's just my opinion on the situation. I just don't think that they are the two best players because I can't learn nothing from them. I don't know what they proved to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they proved to me, bro. I don't know when they proved something to me. Because the whole thing is this. People say like Kevin Durant low key cooked LeBron in the finals in 2017. But first of all, LeBron cooked him first. You said it's not the first time a coach has been blamed, but that's what I'm saying. It's not their first time doing it. It's not the first time from these two specifically. So that showed you because they blaming coaches and then still not getting the job done. So it ain't like you get the coach out, bringing a good coach, and then we win. These guys just keep losing. But I was about to say, even though KD beat LeBron in the finals, LeBron James beat him in the finals first in 2012. And I think it was a pretty good matchup in 2012. Even though the Thunder was young, I think that was a good matchup because you had LeBron and KD, you had Wade and Westbrook. I think that's a good matchup. And you had Harden. He was coming off the bench, but he was pretty much putting up the same numbers as Chris Breezy. So they had a similar matchup going on. And Kevin Durant, he did hit them dagger shots in the finals, but that really was just about him and LeBron. I think he just wanted to get back to the finals to play against LeBron and kind of cook him. So that's their personal one-on-one rivalry. That don't prove nothing as far as basketball as a whole to me because you got to cook the whole league. You ain't do that to Stephen Curry. You ain't do that to Stephen Curry. When you lost to Stephen Curry when you was up 3-1. You feel me? So you still like lost. Stephen Curry already done beat LeBron before you came there. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like you the first one to beat LeBron. Like nothing is really proven in what he did. And then with LeBron, um, and then with LeBron James, I mean, he really never proved nothing to me. I don't know why y'all started calling him the greatest of all time. I honestly do not know why y'all did that. Like how? I don't know how. I don't know where that came from, bro. I don't know where that came from, dog. All y'all did was baby this man his whole career. Like you try to criticize him because he can't do something right. Somebody will be like, "Oh, that's just not his game. That's not how you do." All right. Well, guess what? You're not good enough then. Sorry, you don't got it in your bag. Okay, okay, you're not good enough. Who fault is that? Oh, that's not his game. Who fault is that? He ain't work on the shit. David Blatt was trying to tell you to work on it. You got him fired. So that's not your game. Oh well, you're not that good then. I mean, so basically, you look at his first 7 years in Cleveland. Like, I'm not saying it was bad. You can say it was great. Even if you say it was good, it was great, right? Okay, but that don't make you the best ever. So you jump and leave, goes to Miami, and it's cool. Like you clearly, you clearly, you know what I'm saying? You clearly can't really play a different way. So D Wade is like, all right, I'm gonna need you to, I'm gonna basically just play off of you because you can't really adjust your game. That's basically what happened. So D Wade know how to play on the ball or off the ball. So he'll have games where he played off LeBron, but he'll also have games to where he was still dominating and being the best player on the court. And he closed out most of the games. So, and then even still, like that's a super team y'all had. There wasn't nobody in the East that was going to be able to beat y'all, and there was nobody in really the West that was supposed to beat y'all. So all the championships that y'all won in Miami, y'all supposed to win them, and there was only two of them. So off 2 rings, you supposed to be the greatest. When I seen other players, I seen Hakeem win 2 rings with less help. I seen Kobe win 2 rings with Pau Gasol. So everybody showed that they can do that. Y'all feel what I'm saying? It ain't like he did something nobody did, and whole time is on the super team. So we still can't ignore that part. It ain't because it ain't like he got over the hill in Cleveland. You can't forget that he had to make a super team just to get the 2 rings that he got at that point. So it's a certain thing. It's a certain type of maneuver that he did. So his 3rd ring, and the whole time he got mollywopped by Tim Duncan. After that, he was old. He was old and gray. He got mollywopped by them and Kawhi Leonard. So, but let's just look at the stuff he did. Then he goes to Cleveland. He won a ring there, but he had 2 number 1 overall picks on his team, 2 rookie, right? And you had Kevin Love, who was the best power forward in the league, the best stretch big since Dirty Whiskey at that time. So by that being the case, no team can match up with y'all because it's like a triple threat. We see now that Kyrie being called the most skilled player ever, most skilled point guard ever. So nobody's going to guard him. Nobody can stay in front of him. Nobody can block his layup. Cheat code. This is like a cheat code player that you have. So we see that he did the same blueprint that he did in Miami. So if you got to make a super team both times, it's showing that, oh, okay, it's not you. Like, you not the guy then. It's not you. Because you got to always be attached to somebody else. So it ain't him that's bringing everything home. Then Kyrie hit the game winner. And remember Ray Allen hit the game winner in 2013. Remember 2013 when he was ready to sell the game when Bron sold the what you call it, he was choking down the stretch. If Ray Allen don't hit that shot, man, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. What are we talking about? Then Kyrie, you know what I'm saying? So by that happening twice, it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? He was stuck at 1 championship. So Kevin Durant, man, again, man. So Frank Vogel, man, and Darvin Ham, man, fired after like 1 or 2 years, man. Oh man, it's one of them things, man. I think I think it's a shame, man. They just, it just doesn't stop, man. It doesn't stop. But y'all let me know it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Um, do you think it was Darvin Ham and Frank Vogel fault, or do y'all think it was Kevin Durant and LeBron James fault? And if that's the case, if it's their fault, right, then they have to be considered frauds for their whole career. right? I'm talking about the whole. I'm talking about the whole like legacy. You know what I'm saying, yo, this man Frank Vogel look like Joe from Impractical Jokers, dog. I swear this man look like. I swear this man look like Joe from Impractical Jokers, yo. Look at this. They didn't fire Joe, man. Hey yo, and Joe got put off the show, dog. He got put off the show just like Frank Vogel.